When Russell T Davies returned to Doctor Who showrunner duties, he wasted no time planting a narrative seed in his first episode since his return, and the show is only just referencing the enigmatic figure mentioned back in 2023. Davies is brilliantly notorious for teasing storylines long before they pay off, and Doctor Who's Disney era marked the beginning of one of the showrunner's famously slow-burning arcs. Doctor Who Season 14, Episode 6, Rogue, is the first mention of one of the show's newest villains in several episodes. The nod to Russell T Davies' antagonist is delivered by a temporary member of the Doctor Who Season 14 cast in Rogue, but the moment is easy to miss due to how brief it is. The mysterious character being discussed has yet to appear on screen, but the fact that Doctor Who is reminding its audience of the figure's existence proves that Davies hasn't forgotten that he has a loose end to tie up. As such, as the Ncuti Gatwa era progresses, it's likely the looming presence will crystallize. Jonathan Groff's Rogue adds to the intrigue of the new Doctor Who mystery. When the spacefaring bounty hunter is processing the Doctor, Rogue claims, "This job has so much paperwork ever since we got that new boss." At the end of the first David Tennant Doctor Who's 60th anniversary special, The Star Beast, the Meep also references someone who is known only by a nameless title. Just wait until I tell the boss. This may seem like an incidental connection between the two episodes, but Davies himself has essentially confirmed that Rogue is referring to the same character as the Meep. Speaking with TV Insider just after Doctor Who Season 14's double episode premiere, Davies stated there was another mention of the boss coming up. So, Rogue's throwaway comment would seem to be that mention that Davies promised. There were 2 more episodes with David Tennant reprising the role of the Doctor, then the 2023 Christmas special, then 5 more Ncuti Gatwa episodes before getting to this point. With Rogue being the 6th installment of Doctor Who Season 14, it's a long time to wait for such a small reference. Rogue doesn't give a whole lot away about the boss, but it's possible to glean some contextual information from the episode's events. For example, Rogue's occupation as a bounty hunter says something about the boss' field of work, as does the fact that the Meep was a warlord. The boss clearly has a penchant for commanding various intergalactic miscreants with varying skill sets. The Meep is better suited to leading warfare, whereas Rogue acts alone, quietly picking off targets at the behest of his clients, and more than likely, the boss. So, the boss' other employees likely serve different purposes. The fact that Rogue tells the Doctor that his new boss comes with an influx of paperwork also suggests that the shrouded villain is a stickler for detail and proper procedure. There's also the strong implication that the boss has very big plans in store, and also that they're the kind of character who would rather not get their own hands dirty while accomplishing these unknown goals. It's also unclear if even Rogue knows who he's working for. Before Rogue spares the Doctor's life, the bounty hunter's plan is to kill the Time Lord, falsely believing him to be a murderous Chulder in disguise. So, Rogue's ability to commit murder in the name of employment also speaks volumes of the boss' particular variety of employees. However, what's unclear is how much direct influence the boss has on the lives of his underlings, and whether their status as one of his associates is rewarded through financial compensation or whether they're kept in line by fear. In The Star Beast, the Meep also teases another piece of information. Speaking with David Tennant's 14th Doctor, the Meep suggests the boss will be very interested in the Doctor's status as a two-hearted creature. This could mean the boss also has 2 hearts, or it could just be that they just have an unknown interest in life forms, such as the Doctor who have twice the amount of hearts as many other life forms. The enormous gap between the minor references to the boss in The Star Beast and Rogue is evidence that Russell T Davies doesn't plan on revealing the character's true identity anytime soon. In addition, the showrunner still has various other mysteries to solve that have received much more attention. For example, Susan Twist cameos and the identity of Ruby's mother have been much more at the forefront of Doctor Who's Disney era. So, the boss can't suitably be addressed in the final episodes of Doctor Who Season 14. In the same TV Insider interview where Davies mentioned the upcoming boss reference, he also confirmed that he has no immediate plan to resolve the issue of whoever the boss turns out to be. Although, he does have an answer in mind. I might get to that one day, but there's no sign of that happening yet. However, he has ruled out the possibility that Doctor Who's the one who waits and the boss are the same character. The 2 figures are distinct from one another, so it makes the identity of both villains even blurrier. The boss could be a character who has already appeared in Doctor Who before, and their image is being withheld from TV screens, so the reveal can be even more effective whenever it eventually happens. One possibility is that the boss is a member of Doctor Who's pantheon of gods, which would put the character in the same category as Neil Patrick Harris's Toymaker and Jinx Monsoon's Maestro. That being said, the sheer power demonstrated by both Maestro and the Toymaker makes it unlikely that any Pantheon member would need the help of figures like Rogue and the Meep. The Meep's two-hearted creature comment in the Star Beast could be a clue that the boss is another Time Lord, like the Doctor. If so, it could be the Master. Or perhaps the Ronnie is long overdue for a Doctor Who comeback. The boss could even be a William Hartnell version of the Doctor, like Joe Martin's fugitive Doctor from Chris Chibnall's time as showrunner. Alternatively, the mysterious villain could be another member of the Doctor's true species, with Doctor Who's Timeless Child storyline altering the backstory of the show's main character to mean they didn't originate on Gallifrey. Of course, Russell T Davies could be hiding the boss' true identity in plain sight. Doctor Who's classic era boasted a villainous supercomputer known as BOSS, which stood for Biomorphic Organizational Systems Supervisor. The sentient machine came up against Jon Pertwee's third Doctor, and it was incredibly intelligent. BOSS was designed to keep things organized, and this would enable it to coordinate a large group of lesser villains without ever having to reveal itself. At present, the BOSS real persona remains as conjecture, but Doctor Who needs to reveal it sooner or later. Thanks for watching.